Good morning, friends. It's Becky. Welcome back to my channel. On my channel, I am going through my good midlife crisis, where I am journeying through my 40s, working oh so hard to get my poop in a group. In order to do this, I have been working on my physical, my financial, and my mental health. Today is Friday, November the 7th. Somehow, I don't know how. I think I say that a lot, but I seriously don't know how time goes so quickly. And we're going to be working on my financial health. We are going to be budgeting out the money that you see above my head, $2,444.80. And we're going to be doing that in the budget that you see surrounding me. This is an app called YNAB. This is how I digitally cash stuff my money and keep track of my financial health. I have a link to this app below. If as you are watching this, it looks like something you might be interested in that might be helpful for you. That link will get you 34 days totally free. You don't put any credit card information in. You just try it out. If you like it and you sign up, you'll get an additional 30 days, and so will I. And if you don't, if it's not for you, you get to just walk away. You didn't put any credit card information in, they won't charge you. Look at that guy spiel out of the way right away. If you are returning, welcome back, guys. Happy Friday. I hope you had a wonderful week. My week was a bit of a roller coaster of emotions. I'll get more into that in my vlog, so make sure you're checking out my vlogs if you're not. I have mental and physical health vlog that comes out every Sunday, and I do talk about this week in there, but just know yesterday was a tough day for me. But I treated myself and got myself some flowers. I got this bouquet at HEB. They have a really nice like floral section of my grocery store, and they had these little mini bouquets. This cup I had, this is like just my cup. It says cheers, but I thought it matched really well, so I put the water and the plant food in here and I set it, but I have it set over here because over here is where I wanted it, but my dog keeps sniffing at it and I'm afraid he's going to knock the water over. And then when I was trying to go to sleep last night, I actually, you know how your brain like just starts to think about different things when you're trying to fall asleep? My brain went immediately to, what if the cat jumps up on my desk? Never jumps up on my desk, but what if the cat jumps up on my desk and knocks over the water because it's sitting on top of my printer? It's going to go all over the place. And then I fell asleep. And he didn't, because why would he? He never does that. But that's where my head went. If you are new, welcome. So excited you're here. My name is Becky. I tend to ramble a lot. But I think that's part of the fun of this channel. We get to know each other a little bit. I tell you about my week. You can respond and tell me about yours in the comments. Again, like I said, I have a vlog, so if you want more in depth of what's going on in my life, it's there. This is my financial health check-in. It's already 7:15, so let's go ahead and get into it. I really don't have very much to budget this week. It's just one bill, my usual stuff, and then a couple of sinking funds that I didn't have the money for last week. So I am back to not going to Colorado. If you are returning, I talked about that last week where my nephew and his wife had asked me to go to Colorado with them, and then they had canceled the trip. And by they, I mean she had canceled the trip, and then they had it back on, and now it's back off again. But the way I'm going to do this is I'm just going to leave my PTO request in at work. I'm going to leave the money budgeted out. And then if we go, great. And if we don't go, I'll move that money into my cruise for January, which is actually what I should be doing with it. That is what my plan was to do with it. Fortunately, because of YNAB, I was able to pay off all of my interests accruing credit cards. And so I have a Princess Cruise Line credit card where I have a lot of points, and I've already racked up enough credit to cover 2 excursions on my Princess Cruises, or 1 excursion and a massage. I haven't decided what I'm doing with it yet, but I've already transferred the balance over to Princess Cruises, like the credit balance. I've got over $300 worth of credit on Princess Cruise Lines that I can use to. Oh, it's my puppy. I see Charlie. Um, that I can use for an excursion or onboard fun, whatever I want to do with it. The package that I bought for myself does include everything, like the pictures, the Wi-Fi, the dining out, the alcohol, everything is included in that package. So I don't have to worry about any of that. But if I want to buy something at a store, I could have a Charlie. This is Charlie. Let me put you down. Oh, You see Charlie. Say good morning, friends. Good morning. Oh, Dad just left to go to work, so we're sad. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, hi. Back to me. Anyway, so if I do want to do that, I don't have to budget that money because I use credit card points for it, which is why I'm so thankful to be able to use credit card points in a way that I only dreamed of even 5 years ago. I could only dream of it. So I'm very thankful. Actually, randomly, YouTube, I almost said YNAB, YouTube has been recommending my old videos for me. Like, I don't know why. I'm not mad. I let them play when they come up because it's interesting for me to see where I was. I watched my very first YNAB video. I watched where I think I watched my first two YNAB videos. My test budget and my February 20, I think it was 2021 budget. Those are the ones I watched. Um anyway, it's just the amount of credit card debt that I had when I started this to now. And granted, it wasn't only YNAB. I'm not going to tell you you're magically going to get yourself out of debt if you just start using this app. But it was a very important tool in my budgeting journey and in my financial health journey. And I really hope that it is helping you if you're using it, or that it does help you if you do decide to use it. Okay, I said I was done with my spiel. But I love it so much. I love it so much. It means so much to me. Um, y'all, I have one bill, and I actually don't think it's going to come out this week. It was originally going to come out this week, but then I had like moved it up a little bit. So, like, by moved it up, I mean like I ordered it again before the end of the month, and so it changed my due date. I don't know when. It's for wild grain, which I know y'all have heard me talk about. I have backed up on eating as many bagels, so I think I'm going to be okay. And maybe I can actually even put in some like other type of bread for Thanksgiving, since this will be my Thanksgiving box. I'll check. I'll see what I can do. But it is $109 for a monthly subscription. I get 6 items. That's $109 because I'm gluten free. If you're not gluten free, I think it's $99. Either way, you can get $40 off if you use my link if you want to try it out. Not a sponsor. I just really truly love them, and that's my only bill I have this week to fill. So I'm going to go ahead and fill that, and we'll do my sinking funds and my weekly expenses. So I'm going to get myself into the corner and we'll get started. Y'all, I got so many. I did finally respond to comments this morning. And did I just pause this? No. I'm trying to move the little box out of the way. I don't like how big. When I shrink myself, you'll be able to see this square. You see how high that blue square is above where my actual video is? It's so weird. If y'all make videos, what software do you use, and does it allow picture in picture? Um, because I keep coming back to this software because it's the only one that I could find that allows me to capture my camera and my desktop, like my screen, at the same time. But I really don't like this. I don't like this app. Um, I use Wondershare, and it's pretty affordable for the base, but nothing is included, and I already pay extra for music, and if I wanted to put like any graphics in there, I'd have to pay extra for those. And if you use it, like, do you use, I think people use Adobe, something Adobe, and that's apparently really good. And I might just have to like suck it up and pay for something better. I don't know. Let me know what you use if you use something. Um, all right, but let's get started on this. I know that I have to fill medical, and that wasn't on my list. Also, I did get my stickers in for the budget by paycheck book. I just haven't had a chance to film because of the roller coaster that this week was. But tomorrow, I have no plans other than I'm probably going to go back to the library just because that library has become my happy place. It's the Cedar Park Library. So if you're in Leander, Cedar Park, and you could get to the library tomorrow morning, I'll probably be sitting up there reading the You Don't Need a Budget book. So come say hey. It's right next to the farmer's market, so I might go over to the farmer's market. I might not. I don't know. I normally go to the farmer's market to buy bread, and since I've had this wild grain subscription, it's better than anything. Not that the farmer's market was bad, but it just goes bad so quickly. Like, if I were to get 4 bagels from the farmer's market from the gluten-free shops there, I'd have to eat them all within a day or two because they don't last very long because they're fresh. They're really good, but they don't have any preservatives in them and they go bad. Where from wild, and it's just me. Nathan doesn't eat gluten free. I have celiac, he does not, and he is just to my roommate. I had a comment on my vlog last week that somebody said, I've been watching you for 2 years and I somehow thought Nathan was your husband. He's just my friend. We do have a pretty close relationship and we've lived together for like 11 years, 9, 10, I don't know, a very long time. So it kind of does feel like a marriage at some points, and like the way we interact with each other and the way we plan our lives, but we are not in a relationship. It's just purely platonic friendship. But he doesn't eat gluten free because he doesn't need to, and he prefers to not eat gluten free, and it's cheaper to not eat gluten free, but I have no choice. I have to eat gluten free. So when I go and I spend $30 on 4 bagels at a farmer's market, and then I can only eat one and a half, maybe two before they go bad, it's a disappointment and a waste of money, and I don't want to waste food like that. So to me, wild grain just makes more sense because they come frozen and then I can bake them one at a time as I'm ready for them. And that works better for me because it's just me. Um, but I do still like going to the farmer's market and checking it out. And there's more than just bread there, so maybe I'll do something. I don't know. Anyway, I want to go to the library tomorrow morning. I need to like do a full clean on this house. I keep up with the like dusting and the vacuuming and whatnot, but I need to like move stuff off of furniture and deep clean it. I don't know that I'll do that this weekend. I honestly probably won't, but it needs to be done. What are you doing this weekend? Anything fun? What is it? It's the 8th. Tomorrow's the 8th. So, yeah, I have nothing. Oh, I'm very excited. Okay, let's get started. I have $2,444.80 to budget. This is a paycheck. This is some rollover from last week, and this is like two something of cash back for my MasterCard, my PayPal card. Oh, like I said, medical. These are for the socks that I had ordered. $33.59 are going to be coming out, so I need to add that $33.59. Well, let me undo that and just do. Kaylee, I'm not as good at math as you, so I'm going to do $33.59 minus 40. Oh, it's 09. Never mind. 19 cents. $33.19 is what I'm going to budget. $33.19 will give me $33.59 for when that clears. Hang on. I have colored pens, and it's just a me thing, but it's my book. And I like to do my plan in one color and then my actual in another. So since I'm putting this in here, I'm going to put medical. $33.19. Y'all, my mom is calling me and she never calls me. Let me make sure she's okay. I will be right back. Let me pause. Oh, good. I'm glad you're getting a lot out of it. I didn't say I was going to try to read one book a year. I said I was going to try to read one book that year. And no, I didn't. Alrighty, I love you. Bye. It's all good. She's fine. She was just calling to check in, tell me she talked to my niece last night. Okay, so medical is added. Let's do my 5 usual. So if you are new, the way I do my budget is I am paid bi-weekly. Today is a payday, but I budget these 5 every single week, whether or not it is a payday. That way I have them. So I'm going to go into my weekly view. These are the ones that I will fill every single week. I am going to put $50 into dining out. I'm going to put $100 into groceries. I did go over, I did cover it, because I bought some more syrups for my coffee. I like to do coffee at home. And I have to stock up on them when I can find them. I found them at Marshall's last weekend, and they're only $8 there instead of $11, so I try to buy them when I can find them there. So I did go over in groceries. Ecclesial expenses, I budget $80 a week. This is $60 for the donation, $20 for a meal if we go out afterwards. I did not budget this last week because we did not have an in-person church at my church. Coffee, I do $25 every week for coffee. That is normally if I go buy coffee out, but since I was already so over on my groceries and I figured it would be cheaper to buy coffee like at the grocery store, I did use that to buy coffee at the grocery store this week. And then fun money, I give myself $25 every single week, which I spent, and I did go over a little bit. So those are my every single week. Because this is a paycheck, oh, I should have clicked on Paycheckly. Because this is a paycheck week, I also have these additional. So I give myself $50 for self-care every time I get a paycheck. I give myself $25 for gas. Again, I did go very slightly over on that gas by $1.07 last time I filled up, so it's fine. And then my great nephews and my great niece. So baby Joe just turned 3. So he has been getting $2 a week. Last paycheck, he got $2 one week, $3 the next week, so it was 5. But now he's 3 for both weeks of this paycheck, so he's going to get $6. He has gotten a raise. And then baby Jet, this is his transition week. He actually, it's not even a transition week. I'm just going to full on give him $2 for each. So he's going to be getting $4 because tomorrow's his birthday. He's going to be turning 2 tomorrow. So I'm going to count that as the full week. So I do his age, $2 every week, $4 every paycheck. And sweet Ellie is still 8 months old. So I'm just doing $1 a week for her. So that's $2 out of a paycheck. Those are my savings for my great nibblings. And there's no like set, I want them to do this with this money. I want them to put it toward college. I want them to put it toward housing. I want them to put it toward, they can do whatever. Whenever they turn 18, I'm just going to give them this money. It is in a high yield savings account, so that it is accruing interest. I'm just going to give it to them when they turn 18, and they can use it to pay for school books. They can use it to pay for rent. They could take a trip with it. They could put it toward a car. They could do whatever they want with it. It's their money. But I'm just going to save their age every single week until they turn 18, and then I'm going to give it to them. So those are my views. Views are something you can set up personalized for yourself in YNAB. Every single thing in here is personal that you can set up for your own budget. Let's see. So, oh, household, I never did come back and snooze this. Oops. I did the wrong thing. Shift Z. Yeah, I snoozed that because I only gave myself $100. And then I actually used some of it at the end of last month. So normally I do $150. So it was saying I was not at my target yet. Okay, bills. I have Wild Grain. My Wild Grain subscription is here on the 11th. That is $109. I don't have a target for that. Let's create a target. This is how you do a target. I'm going to tell YNAB that I need $109 every month by the 11th. And then next month, I want it to ask me for another $109. So I'm going to save this target. And you can see it was $218 last month because I did do 2. I ordered it before it was set to renew. So like I said, I don't think it's actually going to renew this week. I think I've got like another week and a half of it, but the money's set aside now because that's when it's in my budget. And then I do have my emergency fund and then two bills that I set aside for annual and then my vacation. So let's go do my sinking funds. So for sinking funds, I'm going to put $100 into vacation. There will be more toward this at the end of the month, but this is just, I'm putting $100 in there now as my like regular contribution. Normally it's 50, but because I have trips coming up, maybe in December, definitely in January, Lord willing, obviously. I'm putting $100 base instead of $50 base into my vacation. And then I filled most of my sinking funds last week, except for my car insurance and my mom's car insurance. I set aside $100 a month. I am saving these, I'm paying these 3 months at a time because that's how much money I can save right now with the trips. Once that's done, hopefully I can start putting more in there. And then my emergency fund, I am trying to get to $2,000, so that is $113 a month. That's November. By December, I will have $2,000 in here. And that's it. That's everything we have. So I have $1,522.61 to roll into next week because, as I mentioned, I don't have a paycheck next week. So this will be the only money that I have to budget since I am paid bi-weekly, but I budget weekly. So I do have a category down here called next week. 152261 is what I'm going to put in here. And that money's job is to be next week's budget. So every dollar has a job. And now my money is all assigned for the week. I can go grocery shopping. I can go buy pet food tomorrow, which actually I already had the money because that's just a monthly expense. When my Wild Grain subscription hits, whenever that hits, I will be prepared for it. And when my sock payment comes out, that will be prepared as well. Y'all, I'm good. I'm done. I'm gonna go get ready for work because now I am behind because my mom called. Normally, I try to call my mom after I finish these videos, but since she called me in the middle and I already ate breakfast, I can just edit this video and get it up. That's my plan because I have 20 minutes before I have to be to work. All right, y'all. I love you so much. Thank you for being with me. I think today was a little bit chaotic. Maybe it's just chaotic on my end because I had to pause so many times. My nephew called, my mom called. Um, but maybe it won't come across. I don't know. Anyway, I love you. I appreciate you, and I hope that you know that, and I hope that you tell that to the people in your lives because that's very important. I will talk to y'all next week. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up on your way out if you did enjoy it, and subscribe. Come along. And y'all, there's this new thing in the app where you can hype videos. If you have any hype points left, you should hype this video, and that helps YouTube know to share this video with more people. I try to hype all the small creators that I can find as well. So if you could give me a hype if you're watching this in your app, it's only available in the app right now. So, all right, I love y'all, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.